Crooked River and Eastern Railroad and on Track Tuesday. It's February 23rd, and let's see who's in here. So get this light figured out here. Oh, yeah, dust bunny. All right. See if I'm actually on here live or not. Oh, stop. Hey, John. Okay, good. I'm short lines. Are you? Good to see you in here. Let a few more guys kind of get in. Kind of get situated here. Hey, Kyle Stevens. You got Southern 207 Hobbies. We don't need. I don't know what that is. So I'm not using StreamYard tonight. I'm going to use my phone because I want to be able to move around a little bit and show you what I've been doing. So yeah. Who's all in here? We got Dave, BNSF, and Scale. Hey, Dave. Art's in here. Good to see ya. Kyle Stevens. Nice. Oh, hey, Nancy. Randall Ellison. Mr. Thurber, my dad's not here. Sorry. No blessings. Good to see you, sir. Oh boy. I can't believe it. I say this every month. I can't believe it's been a month already. Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies. Martin Searsma. I always pronounce your name wrong, but good to see you, Martin. Nancy, hey all. Steve, 87th PSAP. How are you? Yeah, oh, hey, Dwight Curley. Nice to see you as well. Yeah. Adventure Claudio Martins, Brazil. Oh, man, welcome. So, yeah, like I said, I've let a few more people get in here. Decided not to go StreamYards because I haven't been able to figure out how to really move around, hook other cameras in successfully. But kind of a bummer. I like using the StreamYard. I've gotten somewhat used to it, you know, except for the other night when I was trying to bring up the stuff to show you guys on the track plan. So, kind of print it out. So, hopefully you guys saw the video I did on the track plan not too long back. I've been trying to post videos. I haven't posted a bench work video this week yet. I think last weekend was the last one I posted. So, I've been working on it, and I just haven't gotten. I got some done today. I'm going to show off today. I was very frustrated over the weekend with what I had gotten done. I ended up tearing down most of what I had done over the weekend. Not all this, but there's a section I did have to take down and redo. Good day, Monterey Roaders. What's going on, Sparky? Good to see you, buddy. Pappy's in the house. Try goggling. Look what I got here. And in the back, go to Try Goglin's channel. Pick up a mug, t-shirt, sweatshirt, man. Good stuff on there. And I don't know if I've seen them yet. I'll show it again if I do happen to see him, but I got Jason the Train Freak. I picked up his cup too. Guys, I keep telling you, when you comment on my videos, if you have merchandise, leave your links in the channels, in the comments, because I am trying to get a cup collection going. I will pick up a shirt maybe here and there, but hey, Pappy, you're welcome. Thanks for doing it. Nice ice fishing video you had the other day there. That was fun. That was, I think yesterday I was watching that. Yeah, go check that out. Try Goblin. We've got to get together either sooner or later, summertime, springtime. I'm kind of a freeze baby. I don't like hanging out in the cold weather, but I'll make an exception. Want to get some rail fanning in. Nate's HON3 East Broad Top Railroad. How are you, sir? Darren and I have been going back and forth. He's been helping me with this bench work stuff. I've been helping him with this bridge he's building and stuff, just bouncing ideas off each other and, hey, that don't look right, this don't look right, so on and so forth. Try this, try that. He sent me a text after I set the phone up and got everything ready to go, and I didn't want to get out of it on the phone because then it would make me re-enter everything again. So he had left me a message. I have to read it afterwards, I guess, about what I'm doing over here. Like I said, I'll show you guys in a bit. Ken Amos Jr., how are you, sir? Manny Fernandez, good to see you in there as well. So, sitting in my new chair, nice and comfy. You can see behind me, somewhere back here, I got all the little braces, the brackets up underneath the bench work there. That area there is going to be open on the walls. Won't be covered with any kind of draping or anything. The peninsula will be, and there's going to be an area over here that will be that way. And I'll explain why. I was trying to go without doing any legs, but I'm going to have some area with legs on it, because just for support and everything. Jerry Santarelli, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Joe Rader, did I say hi to you? I know I saw you before. I meant to say hey. How you doing? So, quite a few people in here now. Probably 19 in here. So, yeah, I don't see the train freak yet, Jason. Maybe he'll show, maybe he won't. That's okay. So, yeah, I mean, I have a couple rail cars I thought we can mess around with if we get time. I know I showed them not too long ago, just something I picked up. I got two of these, different road numbers. I don't know. Yeah, I say it every month. I never know what to do on this show. I really enjoyed Robert's last week, Robert the Flying Crow, and his weathering of the bridge. He's doing a great job on that series. So, you know, the guy's got skill, that's for sure. He's doing a great job on it. Like I told you, I got track. Got my switches in that from Yankee Dabbler. Show a few things like that, I guess. I hear a couple of the shops, Yankee Dabbler as well, have gotten in, they're acting a bunch of Atlas switches finally came in, Atlas Track in general with the switches. I know guys have been waiting on them for a long time. Yankee Dabbler had gotten a bunch in, and I was fortunate enough to be able to grab what I needed through Atlas. Pico has always been, they always kind of have those in stock, but I got the big long, now I'm using code 100, these are the number 288s, curved right turnout. Then I got two left-hand turnouts, or the track plan. So I got those a while back though. I think I might have showed you guys, or mentioned that I got them. But those are big turnouts, man. I didn't realize those were so big. Hey, Wilmer. And then I got a bunch of the Pico switches that I needed. I still need about 6 more of them. I think I did mention that I pretty much have just about all those turnouts that I needed. These are SL96s, most of these, and I got a SL90 or 87s. These are all Insel Frogs. A couple of 87s are left-hand curves. Just a very slight curve. Pico doesn't really have my knowledge doesn't really have a long curved turnout, the equivalent of that Atlas turnout, or the old Shinohara turnouts that were you know, similar. Code 100. No, I was always code 100, Sparky. Started out with 100, I think, in the beginning. I don't know if it was because price. I think they're a little bit cheaper, so I started out that way. And then I figured they were a little more forgiving because the rails are a little higher and stuff. And, you know, I just wasn't really sure of my abilities. New Ferris Railroad, good to see you. So yeah, I just decided to go with 100, and like I said, to switch to 83, it was going to cost me a fortune with all the track I already had. Like I said, out of 60, I think 60 turnouts I'm going to need, somewhere in that range. I was only 16 short, so, you know, and even at that, there's a couple that I probably can make work. So I couldn't see switching all that up. A buddy of mine decided to switch over to Digitrax, and he wanted to unload his NCE stuff. So this is mine actually, but he sold me it really cheap. So I'm gonna take and use his power cab, turn it into a pro cab, get another a bunch of PCP panels. I think these are PCPs, might be UP. There's a PCP here. Power panel, that's a power panel. So, and he sent me a bunch of his cords and that, so, it was a great deal. I think I paid, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks for shipping. So, I mean, hell, you can't beat that, right? So, I got that in the mail, not too long back. I thought about switching over to Digitrax actually, but here again, I already have everything I need from NCE for the most part, so I can't really see switching over. Yeah, I mean, it was just the one cab. The other cab is mine. I just threw it in there. I had it on my test track, and but still, even at that, 50 bucks for an extra cab, you know, to buy a pro cab, you're looking at over 100 bucks, you know, easily 150 bucks. So, couldn't pass it up. Could not pass it up. What else? One other little thing I got something else I forgot to bring in here too, but I'm hoping to do like a little industrial park in the one area on the peninsula. The second level will be up in this general area here. So yeah, I'm gonna stay with the NCA. I'm happy with NCA overall. And there's a guy on one of the Facebook groups selling all these little FedEx vans. I got 4 of these vans, 2 of the green and 2 like that. Pretty modern looking vans, I guess. So I picked those up, and he also had some trucks. So I picked up 3 sets of doubles, all FedEx. So decided to go FedEx instead of UPS. But I still use the same like building that you know, Walters had that modern warehouse that they were selling for the UPS building. Hey, container man. Chet stopped. I don't know. As far as the feed goes tonight, Melvin's here. Hey, Melvin. So. Human City, what's going on? Heath's in the house. Uh-oh. Advanced consistency, universal consistency in a concise manner. Also, can you do universal consistency or only on Digitrax? Oh man, how do you explain that easily? I'm still learning a lot of stuff. You know, you can always, like you could consist 2 locomotives by just their road numbers. Program the consist to like the lead locomotive road number. Just before I tore everything down, I was able to figure out I had those 3, GEVOs, CSX GEVOs, consisted together, and I consisted them under road number 77, which is, it just, when you hit 77, I don't, and the thing of it is, I don't even remember what I did to do it, but you could pull up the whole consist and control everything with 77. You can add and drop without breaking the whole consist up. Now, I don't know if that's what you mean by that, but, and here again, Heath, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe somebody a heck of a lot smarter with DCC can help us out with that. Changes the number of the locos on the consist number. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was trying to say, Sparky. Sort of, kind of, maybe. Yeah, really. No kidding. 1,000 guys, 200 different, or 2,000 different answers. No doubt on that. There are videos, IMMR, the N-scale guy out there, and shoot, what's his name? You guys, Sparky, you know who he is. Out there in Arizona, he has some good videos on consisting, on JMRI, stuff like that, speed matching. So. Okay, Randall. Randall said if you wanted a cheat sheet on consisting, that's the only thing I don't like about not being on StreamYards tonight is I can't pull up the different things like you can do. Hey, Chasco, good to see you in here. But he says Mountain Railroader did a DVD that covers all that on the consisting, down to the lighting and sound effects. Because it's nice to be able to control, like when you have just control over the lead locomotive for like your headlights, your bell, horn, things like that. So you're not blowing a horn and 3 horns are going off. You got 3 locomotives. I had a consist with a couple Broadway Limiteds, and I'm sure I did the consisting wrong, but I actually had to go in and turn the sound value to 0 or whatever on the second locomotive's horn because I couldn't figure out how to get that horn not to blow. So I would get 2 horns blowing like one and then the other, like kind of, it sounded really bad. So I turned the horn off on the one that I didn't like as much, like the horn sound as much. Anyways, long story. But, and it worked, but, I don't know, I sold that locomotive anyways. It was a pain in the neck. It had the old QSI sound in it. I didn't feel like going through all the hell of changing it over. It was a good locomotive, I just didn't care for the QSI. What else? I'm trying to get a consensus. Okay, Heath. TCS is consisting in the throttle, yeah. I thought about going with TCS when I first got back into it. I kind of researched a little bit of all of it. I even had kicked around the Bachmann system. I'm glad I didn't do that one. There was very limited. It would ended up going back and forth between NC and Digitrax, and it just seemed like NC was easier for a newbie to just get up and running pretty simply. I don't really know for sure, but hey, Ray Bobel, how are you, bud? Booklet instructions will tell you the difference. Yeah, that's true. Sparky says read the NCE booklet. The instructions will tell you the difference. Let me see. I don't know what the, honestly, God, I don't know the difference. Advanced, I think we were saying you can program it all to one road number. Hey, Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt too. Good to see you. Because if you just put in, say you got locomotive 123, and you put that as your lead loco, and you put locomotive 456 is your rear loco, and 678 is the middle. You could pull up 1, 2, 3 and run in that forward direction, control the light, control the horn on that locomotive, and they'll all run and stuff together. But then when you go in reverse, I believe just the lights on that first locomotive are going to go onto the rear. Where if you advance consist, it would be like actually in reverse would switch over to the rear locomotive being the lead locomotive, I guess. I could just be talking gibberish too, I don't know. Or you could call up locomotive 456, which was your rear locomotive, and then that would be, you could run that in the forward direction. You could call it up by any of the front, or either the front or the rear number. Yeah, Randall. I don't have much with experience with TCS. I do have a RS3 that I'm having a TCS Wow sound put in it. So I haven't received that back yet, but I'll do a little bit of a review or something on it eventually when I get back up and running and I get that back. Just because it just seems so nice to be able to just drop that whole system right in there. And you buy it, it comes with the board that fits that particular locomotive, and the speaker and everything comes with it and all that stuff. So that's kind of good. So anyways, let's take a look around the room here. I want to show you what I've been working on today mostly. It's I don't know. It took me most of the day to do it. But anyways, so I'm gonna take the camera and I'm gonna flip it around and walk around. So I won't really be watching the chat so much. I'll try to, but we get you guys' opinions, see what you think, and go from there. I really was struggling a little bit with this. For some reason, angles and all that stuff are not great for me. So, and this was the main reason I didn't go with StreamYards tonight. So let's see, somewhere here I can flip this camera. There we go. All right, guys. So I'm going to try to go slow so we don't start spinning. All right, so you've seen all this already. I ended up having to rebuild this. This was all made out of 2x4s right here. For some reason, I don't know if the wood was warped or what. It was old stuff that I used on the old layout. I went all the way around. I started here in the corner. I built this out here, got this all level, all the way around. Did my little drop down here for the river, came around. Everything was level, as far as I could tell. Unless I got a little bit off somewhere and it just slowly came a little more and more off. But I got that all the way around. That's going to be the rough. Try to rough in the peninsula a little bit here. So that'll give me a 30-inch wide aisle there, 30 inches here. This is 36. I'm gonna have a dividing wall. So it'll be 18 on this side, 18 on that side. Hey, Jim Tedesco, how's it going, buddy? Great update there the other day, man. You're moving along, my friend. So anyways, then I got this. This is all level. So I'm coming around here. So I got this in. So, sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of twisting and turning. So this is going to come up in this general area. On an angle, it's going to kind of be a little bit cockeyed, but not really. I did it intentionally because it's going to come around like an S-curve-ish sort of thing. But this pole, the bane of my existence, the pole that I did all the concrete work around. So from here to the peninsula is about 22 inches. Doable. I mean, it's a 3-inch pole. I mean, it's not like it's like a big long area. and from the corner right there over to the pole, that's 24 inches. So if two guys were to be in this area and needed to pass, I mean, they can make it work. It's not terrible. So I was happy with that. So now I'm going to do a swing gate. Mind you, I got everything just kind of pinned up here or clamped up here. Don't mind the dirty laundry room over there. So this part of the wall. So this area is going to have curtains because I'm going to have to do legs, permanent legs, either just temporarily in there just to hold place. I'm going to do 2x4 legs because I have them. No, I did have to crawl to get under today, and it just brought back bad memories, and I don't want to do that anymore. So this is going to be the swing gate. I mean, it's still being constructed. Don't get me wrong, but I've decided to do. It'll be a 30-inch gate from here to down there, and it's going to open this way into the room. So I'll do a hinge here. I'm gonna put legs, of course. So this will be stationary. This into here. This box here will be stationary. I'll put legs in there. That's going to get attached to, over here. So that will be secured. It's secured to the wall there already. But because I'm going to do legs, I feel like this will be okay. I won't get any movement with the gate or anything because I was worried about that because I was going to do it on that side. But if I do it on this side, I can get a full 180-degree swing out. Or if I do it on that side, it'll be 90 degrees only. Yeah, Ray, I was actually earlier today looking at a bunch of swing gates. So, I mean, give me your opinion on what I just said, if you think that'll work. It's about 12 inches, right at 12 inches across. So that's all I really need. We'll come across the river, make a nice sweeping curve, come across the gate, and then we'll have to come across the gate, and it's going to be, so I might have to work on this a little bit. I don't know if there's stuff in the way, sorry. It's going to have to hug pretty tight in there because I want to try to keep it as, wide a radius as possible. So, but that's what I've been doing today mostly. But for the life of me, this is level. That over there was level. This was literally an inch and a half lower. How in the heck that happened, I don't know. No idea. I watched that, Anthony, and see, I'm not going straight on though. I don't want to deal with that rounded corners and everything like that. If I do this, with the angle here, that gate should open up pretty much and then close pretty much. Should just build to. The only reason, Steve, I didn't do a lift up is because I'm going to have a second level. So it's only going to be 15 inches in between. So, you know what I mean? Ray, the floor is super unlevel. In fact, if you look this way into the laundry room, that tub by that little stool, there's a drain under there. So the basement is intentionally, hey, Dwayne's Fork and Spoon, intentionally, it all flows that way towards that drain. I didn't go off the floor though. I went off of a mark on the wall. Kind of went off of that cabinet, which is like 39 inches. So my bench work's only at like 41-ish. But I leveled that. It's not even, if you look down, it's not even really sitting on the countertop. Because I didn't want to use the countertop to sit on and it be unlevel too, so I just went off of the wall and then just tried to stay level all the way down the walls. Anyways, so my solution, James Galton, how are you, bud? Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of, no, I didn't have a level. No, that'd be too much right. That'd be too easy if I had a laser level. Because I could have tried to rent one or something. But my solution was, what I found out was, the 2x4s I was using over here, were just bowed, screwed up, whatever. So I took those out. I rebuilt this out of one buys, and they were. It was excuse me. It was much better. It was still a little bit off, so I kind of just split the difference, if you will. Kind of raised that a little bit, lowered this one a little bit. Not enough to really tell. In fact, you put the level on there, and it's pretty dead on. Not enough to make a difference. My biggest thing was I didn't want the gate to bind up or anything, so that was my biggest concern. Road bed and stuff, I can make some adjustments in the sub road bed. You know what I mean? Minor. I mean, I'm not talking an inch and a half, but minor adjustments that'll be fine. But anyways, so that's what I've been doing. So since the last video, I had all that all the way around done, and then I've been trying to do this and mess with this. Obviously, it's not done. I'm going to drop 2x4 legs everywhere. I'm going to build a underneath shelf here. Probably store my kid's drum set under there. That'll give us some more weight too, just to make sure nothing moves. I mean, it is secured to the wall, but not out here. If I get enough weight on there with legs, I think I'll be fine. And then, like I said, I'm going to put a storage platform underneath it. So that'll keep things from shifting and stuff, and then bracing and that. So I think I'll be okay. So anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to show you. I bought some hinges at Home Depot today. They're 3.5-inch hinges for the fancy. Figured they'd be strong enough. I gotta figure out what kind of latch system I'm going to use. Hey, Lehigh River subdivision, how are you? So anyways, guys, it's my exciting layout, I guess. As good as it gets for now. However, what are you gonna do? I'm making progress. A little bit slow, but I guess it's not really slow. If you think about what I've done in just a couple weeks, I mean, it's actually quite a bit. So, Roy Eltham, how you doing? So, actually a decent amount. Real artist, how are you? So I can't complain really. Can I just tell you? And everybody's been saying it, and finding out. Holy moly, is lumber for what you're getting? It's expensive and it's crappy. My goodness. Uh, just for your light gate. Well, James, I want to make sure I don't get any sag. I'm hoping those are overkill on the hinge. Yeah, Pappy, it's quite a bit I've gotten done. I I miss my trains. I'm not gonna lie, man. I miss my trains, running trains. Uh, Sparky, when you had your layout torn up and you had the you had the easy track, or whatever you want to call it, out on your deck, and you were running out on your deck and stuff there. I think you might actually still had your layout up. You were doing that for fun and that, and man, I kind of wish I had some of that just to be able to run some stuff. It'd be nice to have to test, especially once I start building the incline and stuff, to be able to test um, to see how it's going. Maybe I could find some cheap somewhere. Somebody trying to unload some. But trying to read some of the chat. Yeah, James, I have some 2x4s, some 2x3s from the old layout, and I think that's what it's going to come down to. I'm going to try to use what I have left there for legs where I need them. On the peninsula, I'm going to need some 2x4s. I'm probably going to do either 2x4s or 2x3s to build my divider wall, and then go from there. Um, 2x3s would be better, I think, just because it would give me more room on each side of the peninsula. But yeah, this stuff is crooked, like the Crooked River, man. Just crooked, warped, twisted. Oh my goodness. Like you're digging through a whole pile just to find. Like today, I went and bought. I think I only bought 4 out of a whole pile. I didn't need many. I mean, I could use them. They're not gonna go to waste. But I really only needed to pick up some because I wanted to work on that gate. Um, and I had my smaller car, so I didn't want to buy anything too long. I couldn't fit it in there. However, it took me a while to find 4 good ones that were even halfway good, you know. I'll tell you what, even though I don't actually have anything going on as far as the actual layout, I'm finding plenty of crap to store up on top of what I do have. Oh, you know what else I wanted to show you? Damn it, I'm going to do this again. I talked about it, and I didn't actually show it. Sorry. Take a look at my nose hairs. Hams needs to be higher than your track. Hams needs to be higher than your track. On a swing gate? But anyways, this is that removable section here. And I was showing you I did the carriage bolts, washers, wing nuts. So I have 4 of those, holding that in place. So this whole section will slide out. Not easily though. Hoping I never have to take it out, but it does come out. Wanted to show that while I was up. I meant to do that and I forgot. I still have to drill. Some of the stuff I use already has holes, but I'm gonna have to drill some other holes through. I'll do that all at the same time. I want to kind of measure out a little bit, try to keep them uh, somewhat organized and neat. And I don't know. I didn't. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to that stuff when I first did when I did the last layout. Oh, you know what else I got? Ron Strange and Things was showing it off, and I know that Jim Tedesco picked one up too. It's this digital level. And that will come in handy. Well, it came in handy over there too, but it would come in handy with when I'm doing my climb. So I thought that would be a good thing to have. So I picked that up. See how that works. But on a lift up, James, you do have to keep your hinge above the track if that's what you're talking about. This is going to be a swing gate. It's going to swing, so the hinges won't be on top. I'm going to keep it level. I got to build the gate. The gate's going to need some adjustments. I just was trying to get the span there, figure out where I needed to put my connections and stuff. But I want to drop that down from level. My attempt is somebody had mentioned earlier about. Yeah, Jim, that's why I got it. I figured it would be really handy. Stephen Bennett. Jeez, oh man, he did his gate, and if you go watch that video that he did on that gate, it is amazing. And that's kind of the idea I had. There was another guy I was watching on YouTube, and I can't seem to find the video again. I can't think of his name either, but he did a nice gate where he had. I want to do the railroad over top of like a 4-lane highway. So I think that'd be kind of neat. I mean, it's only 12 inches wide, but I think I'd still be able to do it. And, this way it's scenic the gate a little bit. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't want it to be too heavy or anything. And I'm thinking the upper level comes about here, about just mid chest or so. It should. So, I mean, technically I could duck under that without too much trouble. Um, but I don't think I'm going to do a swing gate. I'll see how it goes. It depends on how this thing goes. I might try to duplicate it up top and just make it more narrow. But I'm actually thinking pocket. Um, oh, Jim Tedesco, I'm trying to get a hold of you, man. Like to text with you. Damn it. Homer gave me a phone number, but I don't know if it was the right number. Anyways, I want to find out where you got that gate or that bridge you had made. You had it made, but somebody made it for you. Because I'm thinking of doing something like that because I think it's made out of wood, so it'll be more sturdy, and it looks really good for the upper level. And I can just be kind of a lift out, like if I had to leave it in place most of the time, just duck under it, but you know, just make that as a what do you call it? A lift out. Damn, I gotta find a pen, Jim. Sure, now you throw a phone number my way. Thanks, buddy. I don't know if that's the number he gave me or not. All right, I'll text with you later on, tomorrow or something. Thanks. So yeah, I want to find out where you got that bridge so that we can. I might look at getting one of those down the road. You know, the second level is not going to be like priority right now. What I think I'm going to get this figured out. So the first level is pretty much around the room, anyways. Then I'll probably work on the climb up before I mess with the peninsula even. This way I'm not having to walk around a peninsula and everything like that. I'll be able to just kind of, it'll be out of my way. I put the peninsula up, it'll be in my way, and I'll have to keep going back and forth. I think it'll just be easier. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I will do the peninsula after the climb. I just want to get the climb, get the incline right, because it will be over there just before the bridge, somewhere in that area that I rebuilt. Is where it will hit the second level, according to plan, anyways. Yeah, Kyle. Everybody's be calling you Jim. Jim, you might as well erase that, man. Steve 28 inches is a small store for a house, so that's a good width. Yeah. I'm going to go 30, I think. I was going to go 36, but I don't think it's necessary to go 36, so I'm going to go 30 on the gate width. And I could go 36. I have enough room for that gate to swing all the way open, 180 degrees, without hitting a pole or anything like that. So, I mean, I could do it, but I don't think I need to. I think 30 inches is plenty. But I can open it all the way in case I do have to get anything larger through there. That's the plan, guys. I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. You know, you see me kind of winging it down here. I'm doing okay for just a regular Joe, regular guy. I didn't do this stuff by trade or anything like that. So, what can I say? I'm doing what I can. Hopefully, it all pans out. I just know that I do not want to do another duck under. I was so tired of ducking under that thing. It was hit me up on email on my about page if you want to talk about this one. Okay, Ray, I appreciate that. I'll have to do that and get your opinion on it because I mean I may not be looking at it right. Maybe I'm not thinking of things correctly, and maybe you guys will have, especially like you, Ray, you've done it before, and maybe you'll see some things that I'm not seeing. You know what I mean? Or you might be seeing some issues that I'm not catching that maybe you'll be able to stop me from making mistakes. Pappy, could have fooled us. The room and bench work looked good. Thanks, buddy. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Taking my time. trying to do it right. I kind of rushed a little bit on the last layout. I had a few issues. Some of it started, they always say you got to have a good solid foundation. So I think there's a couple areas on the old layout that I skimped a little bit. And even here, I started to think I could just use some of this scrap stuff. And for the most part, the stuff, I think it'll be okay. But like I said, that area over there, that's the only thing I really could think of. Thanks, man. The only thing I can really think of. Okay, right. You know what you would have done differently with it for sure. You're talking about the one you built. Um, Either way, I'm open for opinions. I'm open for criticism, constructive criticism. Um, and that I've never built one of these before. It seems like it's not super difficult. The angle over there was killing me, man, because it's not 45 degrees. To do 45 degrees was gonna. I wasn't liking it. So it's not much different. It's like 42, 43 maybe. It's not really that much off of 45, but I don't know. I could just be blowing smoke too. I don't know. James Galton has volunteered to come build it for me. Hey, let me know when, man. Let me know when. Like creeper stove, can you lay down and get under? No, man. No more of that. The you know, I managed okay getting underneath it. The old layout, the old duck under. I always felt bad when anybody would come over. Family members, especially anybody older, anybody a little bit, bad knees, bad back, a little heavier, things like that. Tall, I got a couple tall relatives too. And I just they either couldn't make it under or. And then I had my aisles. My aisle on this side of the peninsula was I think 24 inches, 22 or 24, and then the other one was 24 at the wide end. But there was actually like a 16-inch area, 16 or maybe it was 18 that you had to like squeeze through, and I managed okay. Actually, I did pretty well with it most of the time. But anybody that was a little larger couldn't even get down that side of the layout. And I'm talking about the layout where I had the side of the layout where I had the main street area and the that side of the peninsula, the main street, um, Crooked River Co-op, Intermodal Yard, all that side of the peninsula was really tight. Well, to get there, when you went around the curved part of the peninsula, there was a pinch point there. It was about 18, maybe between 16 and 18 inches, somewhere in that area. And it was tough. So, anyways, just kind of rambling. I haven't even done anything. Thursday, it was 7:45 already. Jeez. I don't think I want to mess with those hoppers. I don't want to rush them. I just thought that'd be an idea if I couldn't think of anything to talk about, but apparently I'm pretty long-winded. Darren is back. Good job, buddy. Good job putting a little one to sleep. I'm proud of you, man. Proud of you. I got a message in railroad. What's going on, Anthony? R&R, Risden, and Rome, I am going to use plywood. I'm debating on the thickness. I know Jim Tedesco went with, what'd you use, Jim? Was it a quarter inch? A little thinner. I wanted to go a half inch. Oh, man. Wow. 40, what the hell did I see today? It was $45, $41, something like that for a half an inch. Pete Clark, how are you? So it was up there, man. Couldn't believe it. Now the 11:30 seconds, what was 15, 30 seconds was 29, I think 28 something. The here's the 3/8, Jim. Okay. You said you paid about 28, 29 for that? Um, 49 for a half inch. Yeah, James. It was up there, man. I couldn't believe the price. So I don't know that I'm gonna just. I don't know that I'm actually gonna lay tabletops. I'm gonna kind of do the climb with like risers, and then I'm gonna fill in around, kind of sort of fill in around with like where I'm gonna have open solid areas. I'll do plywood. 30 seconds is the same as 3/8. Jim, don't let me do math, man. I'm so bad with measurements. It's great. I don't know how this thing isn't more wonky than it is, as bad as I am at measuring. I have a tape measure that actually has things marked down on it pretty good. It's not just the little dashes. The quarter, half, and 3/4 broke down to eighths, 5/8, 7/8. So that's the only thing that saves me. I think I got that for free. It was a oh, what the hell's the name of that place? Harbor Freight. There's like a giveaway thing. If you bought X amount of stuff, they give away, tape measures and different stuff like that. But it was like a freebie from them. 3 seconds, the same as 3/8. I read that already. Yeah, Randall, that was pretty cool. They were lashed up, the CSX was lashed up with a BNSF that you saw, right? So I don't know if it's about the same price up here, Jim, because like I said, it was 28 something. You might as well say 29 for the half or for the 3/8. Uh, that might be all I need, really. I don't know that I need anything more. I mean, what are you guys thinking as far as 7/16 USB board? Yeah, but how does the USB hold up? I mean, does that warp and stuff? I mean, I'm in a basement. It's pretty temperature controlled, but it still gets kind of chilly and stuff down here. Yeah. I was kind of leery of using the USB board. I don't know why. Why wouldn't it true size? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of that. This is open maple lows. So I've been buying, believe it or not, 14-foot 1x4s, and I've been able to find them halfway decent as far as not being too twisted and messed up. That's another thing, I only bought 8-footers today because I had the car and I didn't, or the smaller vehicle. I didn't want to try to put longer ones in it. Lehigh River subdivision, OSB warps and moisture. I mean, it doesn't get wet down here or anything like that. I won't be touching the floor. Like even if I did have a floor, I won't be touching the floor or nothing like that. But it is a basement, so I mean, you do get some temperature changes. Like we don't have the air on or the heat on yet, or just can get a little humid down here, a little basementy. And Jim, if OSB is the same price as plywood, I'm just gonna go with plywood, I think. But what I was starting to say was for the climb. I don't know if I need actually a half an inch or if the 3/8 would work. If it'd be strong enough for that, or if I would really need to go higher or thicker. I mean, go to Menards and look for Belton birch. I love Menards, man. They finally built one halfway close to me. It's about 20 minutes from here. That's where I bought my flooring from, actually. Place is amazing. You get lost in there, man. It's pretty bad when you got to get at the door. They give you a map of the joint. It's so big. Use half-inch, almost on a 7/16 OSB, and it's still warped. Martin Shearsma said. Yeah. What the heck is exactly is homosol? What is that? It's almost like a papery, cardboardy looking stuff, but it's kind of thick, almost like thick, like drywall is. But I don't know. It almost reminds me of like an egg carton material, but thick and mashed together. Like I guess I use it for building. I hear it's supposed to be really good for sound. Biggest problem with wood movement is due to not sealing it. So, I mean, do you paint like all sides of your wood, or do you? Steve, I think I'm going to use foam again, but I'm not sure. I only used 1 inch foam last time. He asked if I was going to put foam on top of the plywood. I'm going to be honest with you. You know the backer board that I used for that we used for fascia and we used for our backdrops. Um, that's all I used for tabletops, and I put the foam on top of that, and it actually did pretty good, I think. Um, I'm not going to go that route this time, but what is the stuff they use for the clipboard called? That's not homosexual? That's Jerry said, why do you need plywood? Just use the foam. I don't know. I guess I could just use foam. I don't know. Like I said last time, I used that. How can I think of the name of it? It's like not really a chipboard, but it's the stuff we do the fascias out of. It was a 1/8 inch. Um, and that's all I did, Steve. I put that down and I put the 1 inch foam on top with liquid nails. Well, I screwed the back the 1/8 board down, and then I used the foam board on top. But I'm thinking that for the climb up, I'm going to want to do something more sturdy, like 1/2 inch or whatever plywood. Hey, I'm not against not spending $50 a sheet of plywood. Believe me, I'm not against not doing that. However, I wanted to make sure I'm not going to have any issues with things moving. And honestly, I didn't have any issues last time with things moving and that. As long as you get that foam glued down right and it's secured down good, and you can even get some weird stuff going on with that because I had a couple pieces on my peninsula I ended up having to change out because they were like kind of bowed and I could never seem to get them down to stay down. So I ended up taking them out because they were just somehow they must have got bowed the way I had them stored or something. What are you guys at? What are we talking about? It's me, Joe. You're talking about Ray. I missed something. You guys are all down there in Maryland. I gotta get down and visit you guys. Menards is like up north a lot of because we just finally got them here in Ohio a couple places not too long ago. I know my one ex brother-in-law his um, his brother lives in Wisconsin, and I know they have a lot of them up that way, Minnesota and the kind of Wisconsin area. And they sell, I don't know, I guess you can get the HO and just like some railroad buildings and stuff, different scales through them too. They're not cheap really, but they are nice and lit up. They're all like plug and play kind of things. They're structures from Menards. Yeah, that's just basically what Raymond Ellison was saying to Container Man. But yeah, they're nice. They're plug and play. A buddy of mine that is building a layout with his son. He's actually a nurse that I work with. Um, they have several of them on his layout, and they're pretty cool. I thought about it. We'll see. I may pick up some stuff. Their little Pepsi plant's pretty neat. They have a power plant that's pretty cool. There's like a concrete type plant. It's pretty neat. It's all lit up. It's got like a lit flag and everything on it on the building. I was talking to Darren from B&H Railroad. I'd love to get down that way this summer, meet up with him and Georgia Sunbelt, Ray Bobel. You guys are all kind of in that Maryland area there. I'll take a road trip down there. Maybe hit up the B&O Railroad Museum if it's even open or anything. If we're allowed to do anything. Dang it. Jordy Dave, I'm getting tired. Hoping to see you all tomorrow during Sparky Stream. Yeah, it is getting to be that time. Man, time flies when you get diarrhea in the mouth. My wife loved the one in Menards on payday. Oh boy, that's dangerous, Dave. N scale, BNSF N scale. Wonder on Menards on payday. Jeez, that would go quick. The paycheck would go quick. Yeah, the Morton Salt Factory. That's what I was thinking, Randall. That's the one that's got the flag and that on it. It's really cool. Good night, Dwayne. Good night, everybody. I think I'm going to call it a night too. Stay tuned. It's going to slow down here the next couple of weeks. My son is down at Fort Campbell now, Kentucky. He's all done with little off-subject with trains. He's all done with basic training. He's in the Army. He's now stationed at Fort Campbell. It's about an 8-hour drive for us to go visit him. So this weekend, we're planning on going down Saturday overnight to Sunday. We're going to take a bunch of his things down now that he's able to have stuff, some personal things and that. He's got his own little, I guess, I think of it as like a dormitory room. I don't know. So we'll take some stuff down to him. And then he informed us last night that he actually is going to get some leave time. I believe it's March 6th through the 13th. Something. It's actually not this weekend, but next weekend. But he still wants us to come down this weekend. It's just a lot of driving. So, but we're probably going to do it. Go down and take him stuff this weekend. And then next weekend, go down and get him and drive back. And then the following weekend, drive him back. Because, that's just what you do. So I don't know how much I'll get done on the weekends over the next 3 weekends. So we'll see what I can get done during the week. Hey, Ken, that's a good idea. I actually thought about that. Ken Amos was saying he's going to use 3/4 inch plywood and rip it down into his like 1x or whatever you want to call them. His framework. And that's not a bad idea. I bet you it'll stay a lot truer that way. You won't get any warpage or anything that way. We'll be picking through stuff that's all freaking wonky and twisted and stuff, Roy, I'd love to get out there, man, to Arizona. Hang out with Joe G and Vinny and you. I mean, well, you're all over the place. You're in Kansas. I guess you live in Kansas, but you get all over the place. So if you meet up with us, maybe John Dilly, do some rail fanning out there. I would definitely have my wife with me. I want to get up to the Grand Canyon, right, the Grand Canyon Railroad. You guys, when Sparky went out there a couple years ago, and you guys did that, it was such a cool video and stuff, and it's something I've always wanted to do. So I just got to get out that way and do it. Yeah, I agree, Sparky. That construction grade stuff. It's good for throwing over the grass in the mud, not to sink in the grass, but that's really about it. Yeah, I have a table saw I'm borrowing from my brother-in-law Ken, but it's still tough to use, especially when you're trying to do stuff yourself, and the wife and that's not always available to help me do that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the damn table saws kind of make me nervous. If it's not something that you're used to using on a regular basis, it kind of okay, Sparky. We'll see. We're gonna see what's happening this year, but I would love to get down there, man, and hang out with all you guys. The wife's like, why is every vacation you got to think about trains and do things with trains? I'm like, well, it gives us places to go. So even when I get down to Florida and we visit with our friends down there near Tampa, I usually stop in and see Robert Sacco when I can. There's another buddy I have down there, Chris. I'll go visit him. Robert, usually we go rail fanning and take me over to the train club down there in Tampa or Largo down where he's at. So, I try to incorporate in the vacation to see some stuff. So, anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go. I smell dinner there, and I'll have to head off to bed not too long after that. Too far east to north or how? Yeah, apparently. So I don't know, not too bad here today, man. It's hi, Donna Marie from New Zealand. Thanks for stopping in. Uh, but yeah, it was like 40 degrees, 42 degrees or something today. All the icicles are finally melting off the house. The deep freeze kind of last couple of weeks. It's been pretty cold. Hey, Jack Jack. So yeah, get a little bit of a warm up here maybe before the next storm. But anyhow, that's it, guys. I appreciate you all coming in and watching. Stay tuned for more updates and stuff. I'm going to try to keep the videos coming. And, as I have, so I might throw a little video together of what we talked about tonight to post. But yeah, I do too, Sparky. So that's that. Maybe next time we'll do something different. All right. Talk to you later. Have a good night. And catch Sparky tomorrow night. Next Tuesday is, I think we're back to Wilmer next Tuesday for On Track Tuesday. Sparky tomorrow. You got Rodney on, I think he's still doing Thursday and Friday. And Vinny's on Friday. So, and then you got your track gang guys on Sunday. And I'm sorry, I'm missing something else. It's the, you got Train Freak and that group of guys there. I think they're on, I want to say Sunday or Saturday too. All right. Good night, Jim. I'll text you here in a little bit. And then also Ray Bobel. I'm gonna get your email there and we'll talk a little bit about this gate before I get too much further on it. Okay. See you later, guys. Bye for now.